Hey everyone, it is Dave. Welcome in. It's time to talk about module number 2. This week, we're going to have 4 different lectures. We're going to have color theory, pattern and texture, motion and the illusion of motion, and then the last one is Vincent van Gogh, which is an excellent lecture. It's one of the ones that I did for another school many years ago. I was a guest lecturer there, and this is one that's recorded. It's really fascinating topic because we all love Vincent van Gogh's artwork, but we know very little about his life. So this is a really fun lecture for you to watch. We also have a great documentary this week. It is about a lady who buys a painting at a thrift store, and it turns out it could be an undiscovered work by Jackson Pollock. And if it is, it's worth $50 million. That's a lot of money. So you get to watch and see how she authenticates it, but like half the people say it is and half the people say it isn't. We're going to leave that up to you, and that is also the basis for the discussion board this week. Make sure to watch the documentary early in the week. I do have some sample exam questions, but now that I put them in, some of those questions can't be answered until Module 3. I'm going to drop that down into Module 3, so the only thing due this week is the discussion board. We also have Journals 3 and 4. I'm going to talk about those once we jump to the Canvas site. Let's do that right now. All right, here we are on the Canvas site. We're going to open up Module number 2 here. Everything is complete. We've got our video that you're watching right up here at the top. The very first thing you need to do for the week is watch the documentary, Who the F is Jackson Pollock? This is a great documentary about Terry Horton. She is a long-haul truck driver, and she finds this painting at a thrift store, and she buys it as kind of a joke for her friend. Turns out it could be an undiscovered work by Jackson Pollock. So you follow along her story about authenticating the painting. This is really important because later on this week, you need to make sure to complete the discussion board. Please don't wait till the end of the week to do this, as other people need your posting in order for them to make a reply to complete the discussion board. So the earlier in the week you do this, the better. We're looking at, for the instructions, I'm going to ask you to post 3 answers to some questions. The first one, do you think Terry's painting is authentic? Why or why not? Please support your statement with specific scenes or facts from the documentary. You do need to make a choice for this question. You could say it could be, it could not be. That is not allowed, okay? So it either is or it isn't, and you just need to support your point of view. Neither is correct. So it does not matter whether you believe it is or believe it isn't. That is totally irrelevant. Where do you see division amongst the social classes presented within this film? And 3, what is your favorite part of the documentary? Explain the scene and why is it your favorite? Please respond to the statement of at least one other person in your group. And please number your responses or leave a space between them. Do not write one solid paragraph, okay? Make sure to leave some space or number them. Either way is fine. Here's the grading breakdown. Question 1 and 3, 10 points. Question 2, 5 points. And reply to another student, 5 points. Couple pictures of Terry when she was on some talk shows during the early 2000s. Hey everybody, it is Future Dave here. And I realized I have made a mistake. And what I did after the discussion is complete the sample exam questions. Well, you cannot complete them because you haven't covered the lectures that are in Module 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and leave the sample exam questions here. However, once you complete these lectures, then come back and answer them. One of the most important things about the sample exam questions is not even so much that you answer them all correctly. They're only worth 10 points. But what's important is that with this, you get to make sure that whatever device you use for the midterm, these images and questions load pretty readily. So I've had some issues with iPads in the past. That seems to all be taken care of now. But this is why I have the sample exam questions. So just please make sure you do these before you take the midterm in Module 3. And once again, complete these after you've watched the lectures in Module 3. You can retake the sample exam questions as many times as you wish. I'm going to return you back to your regularly scheduled video now. The lecture on Vincent van Gogh is here. This is a little bit different setup than normal. I do not host this lecture. This is actually a professional lecture I did a few years ago. So you'll just click on this link. If for any reason this does not work, you can go down to see an older recorded lecture. But go to this one. It's more current and it's the best. After that, we're going to take a look at color theory, motion, pattern and texture. So we have 2 journals. Journal 3 is on creating a color wheel. So you'll learn about the color wheel in the color theory lecture. I'm going to have you create something exactly like you see here, and just make sure to read through the instructions up here. That'll make it nice and easy for you to complete. This is for reference. You don't have to do the fancy blank center or anything like that. Just do it like a pizza pie right here. The next module, or the next journal rather, we'll just click the next button, is on Vincent van Gogh. I want you to create your own flowers in a vase. I would probably prefer you not do sunflowers, but choose something else. Daffodils, tulips, roses, it's up to you. But if you want to do sunflowers, that is okay. But you want to create your own Van Gogh-like artwork. So hopefully you'll find that fun. Some further exploration material. In Terry's film, there is an article about her passing away. She did pass away in 2019, and we have a video shortly before her passing. After that, we have Vincent van Gogh. I've got a lot of things here, some links to his letters. I'll talk about the letters during the lecture, and also a link to the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam to check out. If you like Vincent, or if you like the Doctor Who episodes, this is one of those. It is historically inaccurate, but it is kind of a great episode. Definitely a tearjerker episode. Don McLean's song, Starry, Starry Night. And back in the 70s, we had a TV show called In Search Of. Most of the time it dealt with like supernatural things, but they did cover the life of Vincent van Gogh. I'll mark this as optional. It is about a 25-minute video. But Leonard Nimoy, who hosts this TV show, also played Theo van Gogh, Vincent's brother, in a stage production of Vincent's life. So again, this will be optional. Cruising back up here, we've got color theory. There's not a whole lot you have to worry about color theory. I will have a reading up here. I'll drop that off in just a moment. But for the episode here, this video shows part of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where they zoom into a painting that deals specifically with the technique of pointillism. Following that, the illusion of motion. We have a couple of videos here. Nude descending a staircase. Metropolis 2, which deals with kinetic art. Our video of Jackson Pollock actually painting. We talk about him with action painting this week. And a couple video clips. One, the trailer, and then one, just a segment of the movie of this film called Pollock. Hard to believe it came out 26 years ago, but it did. Excellent film, up for Academy Award for Best Picture. And it did win a couple Academy Awards for other topics, other categories. And then the last thing we have to do, pattern and texture. impasto and frottage techniques. Both of these videos are about 1 to 2 minutes in length. Please take the time to watch them, and they are just a couple really important terms, and they are techniques. One is for creating actual texture, which is impasto, and frottage is visual texture. All right, my friends, that is everything for this week, and already a third of the way through the content for this class. I will be back shortly to tell you about Module 3 and the midterm exam.